Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more EU4. Sweet Choson turtles. This stack is gonna need to go join these armies. We looked around a little bit. We identified a few armies that we want to hunt. There is a total of about 39,000 Brits here. Haven't been able to find any Austrian armies that I'm aware of. Also, if we could find a Tunisian stack, kill them, that would also help drop them out of the war, which is would be ideal. We could just throw this whole stack here at that army, but here's what will happen. All of the AI, every single AI is going to see the battle and pile on. They always pile on if they can get there in time, and there are just simply too many of them. I don't think we would be able to win in a fair fight on the flat terrain. So instead, we're going to go for the defensive forts, if possible, and try to make them break sieges. They're about to take Koch, which is not ideal. We should probably... double back. We need a leader here to get this army to join up with them. And these guys are going south, that's fine. Okay. Gouda is being sieged. There will now be a battle here. Okay, if they pile in, then same basic logic. We're gonna have to cancel. Like, fight just long enough and then retreat. And we don't want to be engaging with our entire army. It's a waste of morale. Actually, depending on how we roll, Kathmandu's just rolled a 10 versus a 0. We've deployed beautifully. We only have 45 combat ability. Who picked up the trait? Wait, no, it's Kathmandu's. Okay. Wait, what? Hold on. I'm confused. Is this just a display thing, or am I forgetting game mechanics? Kathmandu's has combat ability. I feel like it should say 55 here. I'm 100% sure the bonus works, but I'm confused for why it's not saying 55. 55. Kathmandu's is here. We should have 55 combat ability, which is a goodly amount. So if we can win the first fight before any reinforcements pile in, then it becomes ultra good to keep the fight going. Otherwise, they do have a crossing penalty. That's not as good as like defensive terrain, but let me think. We've got 57,000 infantry still in reserves. 2 stacks with different generals. I feel like the combat ability should apply to everyone that's owned by our tag at least. Kathmandu's is the one who's being represented as the leader, so he should be applying his modifier. So I'm not going to pile any more troops in until we see that the reserves number in this tooltip goes below 40. Because putting more troops here doesn't help. All it's going to do is cause us to lose more. Nice, 9. More attrition. Sorry, more, let's see. More badness. I lost my train of thought. It's going to cause us to lose morale with our armies that are in the back row. Besides, their deployment is god-awful now. They've got cavalry taking up artillery slots. They've got tons of artillery, but they can't actually get them to take up the back slots. This is a mistake, I think, in the code. I don't think that it should be this way. I think there should never be a circumstance where cavalry or infantry in the back row are taking the place of an artillery that wants to be there. They should just, tomorrow, cycle out. But because they're coming in piecemeal, we have a great deployment, and they have a bad deployment. We'll keep fighting until the reserves are depleted. We no longer have available reserves. And they've filled in their back row properly again. Let's retreat to here. No, let's retreat to a defensive province. Like Koch. Maybe we should do it based on supply, actually. This supply map mode is super useful right now. Go to Dhaka. We lost 32,700 infantry only. They lost 53,000, 7,600 cavalry, and some artillery. It's fine. Apparently they gained 24.8 army tradition from that fight. We taught them how to fight good. They are going to pile into this next one. We should also retreat from this fight. 6,000, and over here we killed nearly 20. So that secondary fight was a good one. Hopefully they try to go for some of the defensive forts now. We can come in with a lot of extra troops. How's the assembly of the new stack? It's getting there. Waiting on some artillery. Bohemia incoming. Okay, one sec. Do we have a spare leader? Let's have this guy drill the stack for a little bit. Bohemia incoming. Bohemia is our enemy. Oh yeah, Bohemia's over here. All right. 48 stack. 55 stack. It's funny seeing him try so hard. Okay, can we catch your army, please? I'm gonna combine, and then I want to detach an actual proper combat stack out of this. And a reinforcement, like a support stack. Actually, this stage of the game, I'm gonna up my support stack size to 40s. So these two are now a single, like, team. And these guys... we need some time to recover morale. Fortunately, we have that policy on, so we recover 40% morale per month, which is pretty good. This stack is going to combine, and we'll see what scraps are left. Not full combat stack. There's also this stack, though. Looks like we can scrape together another full frontline combat stack. For now, let's just shuffle these two armies. And I think I might train another full support stack over here. This stack is going to get assembled and then go north. These guys we could actually pull off. We're not really suffering from unrest, are we? Some. Plus they're also not suppressing anymore. Whoopsie. I saw them like wandering off a while back and I canceled their job. Do your job, you know? Suppress. Actively suppress the peasants, whatever. Why war Ottomans, Great Britain, and Austria at once? This is fun. Why wouldn't you? I mean, isn't it fun to fight 3 million people at once? The entirety of all of the AIs that are out there? I quite enjoy it. Okay, we're hanging out in defensive terrain for the most part. Because it's super easy, barely an inconvenience. Yeah, I agree. Okay, we are picking off the Great Britain army. We can kick that army out. We have positive war score here. His enthusiasm is coming down, but not much. Tunis, I give it maybe a year tops before Tunis wants to peace out. Koch was not defensive terrain. There really aren't very many good forts here. Flat terrain fort, flat terrain fort, flat terrain capital fort. Like, I would love some better fort stuff. Maybe we should build one. Build one. Damn you! 5 development crap hole, and you've built... well, those are not bad, but you need more space, man. It'll take too long, 2 years to build the actual fort. Peace out the Ottomans? Well, I mean, they would just agree really soon, but and we could scale back the request. All that's going to do is knock out Ottomans and Tunis, though. And the Ottomans and Tunis aren't part of this blob, so it's not like it's going to actively improve our situation by that much. When can we turn on infantry combat ability again? Not for 5 years. Darn it. Well, that's not ideal. I'd like to piece out Austria the most, because they're the ones with Russia and Bohemia and everything else. Negative 48 reasons for that deal. No, I don't think I've ever done the Lithuania achievement. You're busy, you're busy, you're busy. You're drilling. You're not really busy. Put you on this army. We also appear to have lost a general. Let's get another one. I feel like some of our generals are pretty subpar. Who shall lead? I need someone who's like a 444 minimum, please. Trollet Graham. 444. Siege pips unnecessary. 444. It's close. It's not great. I like the 4 maneuver for reinforcement value, but TH30 door, you're just not good enough. I'm sorry. Your 2 siege pips are not adequate. That looks like the entire army, right? 28 plus 52 would be 80. So this stack's ready to go north. And the forts have held negative 92%. That is a leaderless Russian army. If this army can get up there in time, by June of next year, that'll give them quite a few ticks. They have pretty good siege ticks as well. Okay, they are trying to hit this army, interesting, with a 9-1-18 stack. Pretty sure I left my troops in defensive terrain, right? No. If we intercept the reinforcement route, that stack probably gets itself stack wiped. We'll do a bad engagement in this province in order to make this army die, if we have to. Just fight for a few days, kill this, stack wipe this one, then retreat the whole army together. Depending on the deployment and reinforcement count, we got 54,000 infantry in reserves. See what the next rolls are. 4 versus an 8. It's too close, too equal. I think that we retreat from this. There's no point in being in this fight. Make sure we're retreating to proper terrain, though. So even though we lost that fight, we killed like a pretty good half value of that one, and I think we're gonna get this one picked off. We need some reinforcement ticks though. These guys are desperate for reinforcement. Alright, what's going on here? What's this? What's what? Fighting the whole world already? Of course, it's fun. Arumba, you can go in to province from development macro builder by right-clicking on the development button. You can go into province from the development macro builder by right-clicking. No, you can't. Right-clicking on the development button? Wait, right-click on one of these? Oh my god. That is, first off, great, but also the absolute most idiotic design choice I think I have ever seen. Why in the... Pardon the language, but I just gotta get on the rage thing. Why in the fuck would anyone ever right-click on one of those buttons? Why in the hell would you ever think, you know what, logically I should right-click on this, that would do the thing I think it would do? Why? How would anyone ever come to that determination without being told that it's a thing? Like, who the fuck did this? I just don't even... Like every other one of these things, not every other one, but you know, you go in the ledger, for example, and you go to the possible provinces screen in the ledger, possible colonies. You left click on the name and it'll zoom to the location. Incorrectly, usually, because of the divide in the map. You go to the, I don't know, what's another example of a page you can do? I think just regular provinces screen in the ledger. You click on that, it teleports you to the province. You go on the macro builder, and I swear there are things in here where you can click on them and it will zoom to the location. Let me guess, I right-click on this? Oh god. Right-clicking on the culture one also does it. Well, now that I know that it kinda theoretically could be a thing, now I'm checking for it, right? What if I right-click on one of these stupid buttons? God damn it, Paradox. Right-click on the exploit development shit instead of clicking on the... God damn it! It's just so stupid, man. Alright, let's have Lang take care of that army. Okay, I mean, well, that's a thing now, so cool, I guess. Or something. 6,129 hours later, we've uncovered that there's a right-click. Such horseshit, though. I do not approve. These armies are not balanced, so we need to be somewhat careful in how we get them deployed. But I'm trying to screen this fight so that they can't pile into it. We lost Gouda. That stack should be easy to beat. Let's just try to avoid any battles for a few months. Let the armies reinforce. What if you middle mouse click it? Right click on a general? Right clicking... See, you have to left click here. Left clicking here takes you to them. Not right click. This is different. Because reasons. Okay, I don't know if this fort's gonna hold. We need like 5 more months to get up there. That one's probably fine. This was just infantry being trained. I mean, the Ottomans are gonna peace out soonish, but that's not gonna make anything any better, really. Unless these guys all commit to a bad siege over here, somewhere. At least our subjects fort is defensive. Maybe we can get something out of that. Watch just fell. No one's going after Dang. They're being smart to actually avoid the defensive sieges. Alright. 41k isolated in India. What now? This stack? True. Problem is the total number of troops in the war makes it so that war score from battles is like non-existent. We've won 10 battles technically and we have 2 war score. So even if we win that fight, it's gonna be, look at that, we have less, we lost more war score from losing some ships than some of these major land battles. So picking off a 41 stack's not a big deal. This is why we need to win sieges. We occupy Gouda again. That's probably the better option. I think I'm just gonna hang out right here. All of our troops are in defensive terrain. We could do this and possibly get an overrun. I want to wait for them. Damn, that fort did fall. I want to wait for them to try to go after Balasor. Okay, they're too dumb to realize that that was a... This is too many artillery. We need the reinforcement of infantry to join them. They are too dumb, as I was trying to say, to realize that that was an overrun, and that they are now going to be the aggressor behind a river in defensive terrain. So if we can force a large engagement here, that would be great. Nice. Actual stack wipe, and they are scorched. Oh, God. Did you guys see it? Did you see it? Did you see it when I scorched it? I have already scorched it. Did you see the power of scorched earth? Jesus. Oh, God. Now they're going to pile in. Look, here comes more. It's going to be glorious. Let's make sure we get the most out of this possible. Let's shift consolidate so that every single one of the originally deployed infantry will have 1,000 troop strength for extra damage. Let's cycle these guys around. It's like a reinforcement army. They might try to pick off a secondary stack. But these Bohemians or Russians or whatever the hell they are, they're not going to like what happens here. And if anyone else tries to pile in, they've got the... we got Scorched Earth to delay and stagger their reinforcement. So have 21,000 infantry in reserves on their side versus 30,000 on our side. I think we can get one more monthly tick. Of reinforcements. We're gonna... Ooh, shift consolidating will put too many artillery in the front. Let's not. These guys are gonna reinforce that fight though now. I think we do shift consolidate. We have too many artillery, see? We've got 40,000 artillery in this fight. There's 26,000 artillery here that I wish they were just infantry. If they were infantry, that'd be awesome. But they're not. Realistically, they should actually go join this army. At least 16 of them. Not those. We don't have enough infantry here either. 2 separate fights. Have a crossing penalty. No, I think we just want to reinforce this fight. Doesn't look good, but we are winning. We are killing so many more than we lose here, except we did break, and now we have some artillery in the front row. Bad, bad, wrong ad. They're down to 11k infantry reserves. -2 penalty. I think we stick with that fight, but oh, stop unpausing on me. Okay, we did win this fight. Let's consolidate, reorganize, and we'll look around a little bit here. I'm gonna take a short break. If you're watching the... Oh, Leader Lang will die. Apparently Lang's just gonna, like, die. Or we don't. I'm not gonna touch this hero of the people, Lang. No way, that's a stupid event. Alright, let's take a short break here. I'll be back in the next episode. Thank you for watching. See you soon.